Hey there, I have a fun video for you today. So I made a short about this door and how much I hate waiting for it because you have to wait a couple seconds before the people out on the top start lifting the door. So instead I said, hey, you can just go and break the door. Now some of you were concerned because you think that breaking the door makes the raid from the goblins easier because they'll just go through. Now I made a response to that saying, hey, you can just raid the goblins first, you don't have to worry about it. And I was surprised that some people don't even go that route ever. So in this video, I'm going to show you what happens if you break the door and you go through the goblin raid. First thing we're going to do is break the door. We're going to grab Lae'zel and we're just going to smack it. And then continue smacking it until it actually breaks. There you go. First thing to notice is that nobody aggroes, everything is fine. And you can just go through it as you regularly do. Step 1 is done. Now we'll go to the goblin camp, talk to Minthara, and start the raid into the camp. So as we're making our way to Minthara, if you raid the grove, there's 2 options you can still take. One is just to raid the Emerald Grove and side with the Absolute. The other one is to double cross Minthara and side with the Tieflings and defend the grove, which it seems like some of you choose to do. Usually I just get rid of everyone here in the camp, and I saw that the majority of the other players choose to do an evil playthrough and side with the goblins. But there is a middle here, and I'll show you what happens because then the gate becomes important. So let's talk to Minthara and do the dialogue to push the goblin raid. A hunt, who's the target? Now we want to earn Minthara's trust. Let's tell her where the grove is. Allow her to read your mind so she can see. I guess you can go with either one of these options, but since I'm a tiefling, I'll just go right ahead and say I'm gonna betray them. It shall be so. Now that we're here, we're done, they're about to raid, we'll go back to the Emerald Grove. Now once we are here, we need to trigger the fight, and to do that, we have to take a long rest. Now I'll address something real quick while I'm at it. If you haven't triggered the raid, just like I did, if you haven't even visited the goblin camp, you can take a long rest and this door will always be open. So as long as you don't start the goblin raid, you can long rest as many times as you want, nothing will happen, the door will be broken just like this. But if you trigger the raid and then you go and take a long rest, something here will be different, and I'll show you that. So I'm gonna go inside the grove. We're gonna take a long rest. We're gonna skip through all these scenes. Alright, we're long rested. Let's see what happens to the gate. So here we go. You'll see that the gate is fixed. Now, you will also notice that we're in the danger zone for the Emerald Grove because we can still side with the Tieflings here or betray them. But what I found really cool that I didn't know was that they fixed the door with a patchwork. They don't just reconstruct the door exactly how it was originally. They go through the effort of putting planks and rope, which is, I found it was super, super cool because Larian thought about this. Thought about, hey, what if the door is broken and the goblin camp raids? What happens to the door? And it seems like they added this detail, which is so cool. It's putting the role playing into the game. It's accounting for your actions depending on the path that you go. Now, I'll show you something else. What happens if we break this door again? So let's grab Lae'zel. And we're going to go through this. And there we go. Will disapproves heavily. This actually triggers him to leave your party permanently, which was, again, super interesting. That shocked me because once again, we're building up on the role playing. You did something so terrible that one of your teammates decided to just leave. One more thing, destroying the gate has actually made the Tieflings hostile, so you can see there are red dots now in the map. If you try to leave or if you go further into the camp, you will get into a battle. Alright, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. And I will see you on the next one.